another amazing mural from View Art. And this one is just outside the Leith police station here on Constitution Street. And it is one of the world's most famous tongue twisters on it. So if you can have a look, it says, "The Leith police dismisseth us." And the story goes that this tongue twister was used to check drivers and generally people's sobriety. So if they could go through the tongue twister, it would mean they were sober enough. So there's the mural behind me here, Constitution Street. There is a story also connected with this. We have just passed the 100th anniversary of the Leith police being merged with the Edinburgh force. So on November 2nd, I think, 1920, the independent Leith police force ceased to exist officially, even despite the protests of the locals who wanted it to stay independent, just as much as they did want Leith to stay independent of the city of Edinburgh. But it did not happen. So here is the mural behind me there. And it's View Art, and we will show you the tongue twister down below, see if you can recite it. Just a few steps towards Leith Walk and foot of the walk, and we found our second mural. And this one, there's a story behind it. So on the mural, as you can see, is a little skull, a friendly skull of Leith. And let me show you here. Ah, Jesus, I'm gonna fall over. So that's the skull, and it says, "You okay, hon?" So the quick story of this mural, guys. As you can see behind me here, just facing the South Leith Parish graveyard, is the construction site for the Edinburgh tram, coming all the way towards Ocean Terminal. Now, what happened? A couple months ago here, as they were digging this place up, they've excavated multiple skeletons, multiple bodies. Now this cemetery and this church and the whole parish, it dates back to the 1300s, so it is extremely old. And these bodies actually dated also back to between 1300 and 1600, so they were also very, very old skeletons and bodies. Especially two of them were found here, and there was a very clear, like, you know, picture of them, the two bodies here. But they actually excavated around 400 in total, it is estimated, in this whole area, because this graveyard actually used to be a bit bigger, and they used to bury the bodies all over the place. So now it's significantly smaller just over there, the kind of newer graves, but there was many more around this area. But yeah, our artist in Leith here decided to make a little tribute painting of the friendly Leith skulls, saying, "You okay, hon?" like a little local greeting. So there's another one around the corner somewhere, because there were two of them. And the artist that made this is called Trench One on Instagram. I believe also part of the little group of local artists called View Art. They all work together, it seems. And yeah, that's the art behind me there. A little friendly Leith skull.
Several days later.
So number two, skull number two, and this is another little piece by Trench One, connected with the story I just told you about skulls in Leith. So connected with the skeletons, bodies discovered around this area while building the tram tracks. This is a little nod and a little joke towards that fact. A little Scottish skull saying, "You're right, pal." Yet another one, popular Scottish Edinburgh greeting by Trench One. It looks great, nice and golden, red and white. Very cool, very modern looking, and I love it. It took us a little while to find it. It's actually quite far away from the first skull that's at the very bottom of Leith Walk, Constitution Street. And this one is all the way up towards Elm Row. What's the next kind of like orientation point, I can say? So this one is located very close to Albert Street. So if you're struggling to find it like we did, because we thought it was all located closer to the cemetery over there at the bottom, it's actually closer to the top. Albert Street is your orientation point if you want to find this.